A warm welcome to everyone on this beautiful morning dedicated to the 5th International Conference on Corporate Social Responsibility 2025 with the theme CSR, Stakeholder Engagement and Collaboration. I, Norris, along with my co-host Shraddha, extend a heartfelt welcome to you all on behalf of the CIMP family at this significant event. In ICCSR, we celebrate the coming together of various stakeholders, researchers, government representatives, the UN, CSR donors, and CSR implementers like NGOs.
Before we delve into today's program, I would like to share a glimpse of the heart of Chandragupt Institute of Management, Patna. Envisioned by our esteemed Chief Minister, Shri Nitish Kumarji, who also chairs the Board of Governors, CIMP was established in year 2008. Inspired by the legacy of IIMs, this autonomous institute was born with the unwavering support of the Bihar government, aiming to reignite the state's educational prominence. CIMP's journey has been marked by continuous growth and recognition. CIMP has even been nominated as Lead Institute Knowledge by Niti Aayog.
Every year, ICCSR is hosted by the CIMP Centre for CSR and ESG Studies Foundation. The concept of CSR is anchored within the Centre cum Foundation, which is registered under Section 8 of the Societies Registration Act 1860. Guided by a vision to promote sustainable development, the Centre serves as a bridge between corporate entities, government bodies, and the community organizations to implement high-impact social activities. It is one of its kind in Bihar. Now, with immense pleasure, we feel honored and privileged to have amongst us today a galaxy of distinguished leaders, scholars, and practitioners. I take this opportunity to welcome Professor Dr. Rana Singh, Sir, Director, CIMP. I extend a warm welcome to Professor Sivanandi Senapati, Associate Professor, CIMP, and our conference chairperson. I also welcome our esteemed guests of honor, Ms. Margaret Guada, Chief Bihar Field Office, UNICEF, Mr. Hishmi Jamil Hussain, Lead Strategy and Market Analysis, Aramco, Saudi Arabia, joining us shortly online, Mr. Matthew Cherian, former CEO and Managing Trustee, HelpAge India, Mr. Lakshman Kumar, Deputy General Manager, NABARD Bihar, and Mr. Kumod Kumar, CEO CIMP and Director CIMP Foundation. Now, please join me in welcoming our chief guest for the day, Dr. Bhaskar Chatterjee, with a big round of applause.
I would also like to extend a warm welcome to all the esteemed faculty members of CIMP, enthusiastic students, and dedicated staff of CIMP. I also extend a warm welcome to all the delegates, partners, speakers, and participants. A special welcome to the media personnel who have come to grace the event. I would now request all the dignitaries to come forward for lamp lighting ceremony.
Sir, to welcome Mr. Bhaskar Chatterjee, sir, with a sapling. I request Kumod sir to welcome Mr. Matthew Cherian with a sapling. I once again welcome Hishmi sir and Amit sir who are connected with us virtually.
Thank you.
To welcome CEO CIMP, Kumod sir with a sapling, and Dr. Rana sir with a sapling. Ladies and gentlemen, to formally open the conference, I now invite Dr. Rana Singh sir, Director CIMP and Patron ICCSR 2025 to deliver the welcome address. Sir, the stage is yours.
Honorable Dr. Bhaskar Chatterjee sir, former IS and former DG and CEO, Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs, fondly known as father of Indian CSR and sustainability. We extend a very warm welcome to a big round of applause to you, sir. It's always a pleasure to have him amidst us and listen to the words of wisdom and always understand the finest nitty-gritties of CSR and sustainability domain, as he has seen this segment grow from the ab initio stages ever since the word CSR was coined and it saw the advent in the Indian economy. So we extend a very warm welcome to you, sir. Honorable Ms. Margaret Gowda ma'am, Chief of Field Office Bihar, UNICEF. We extend a very warm welcome with a big round of applause from the entire CIMP family. And let me place on record my deep sense of thanks and gratitude to ma'am, all members of UNICEF family present here, and those who are not also present here. UNICEF has been working with us, and we have been working with UNICEF in tandem with each other, in concomitance with each other on multiple agendas of this state. And we once again welcome you with a big round of applause. Respected Mr. Matthew Cherian, sir, former CEO and Managing Trustee of Helpage India, we extend a very warm welcome to you also, sir. And it's a great moment to know he's an IRMA alumni, and we have faculty colleagues from IRMA as well. We extend a warm welcome to Mr. Lakshman Kumar, Deputy General Manager, NABARD from Bihar office, with a big round of applause. And last but not the least, I also take this opportunity to extend a very warm welcome to Mr. Hishmi Zamil Hussain Sahab, who is part of Aramco, who was with Tata Steel for quite a long time, with a big round of applause, who's available with us online. And my faculty colleague, esteemed Professor Dr. Sibanand Senapati, Associate Professor CIMP and Conference Chairperson, I also extend a very warm welcome to him and extend my sincere thanks for organizing this program flawlessly. And last but not the least, my esteemed CAO and CEO of CIMP BIF, Mr. Kumod Kumarji, I also extend a warm welcome to him also. He has been the driving force behind this CSR conference right from the word go, and that's how we both came to know each other when there was the first call from him, talking to each other, planning to organize this international conference in a big way. Let me place on record my heartiest thanks to all members on the dais, of the dais. I owe it my valued gratitude and privilege as well to stand before you to extend a warm welcome to all members on the dais, off the dais, members from the faculty, members from the media, participants, delegates, area chairpersons, and brilliant students of CIMP. A very warm good morning to each one of you. I'm delighted to share my initial welcome remarks on this special occasion of 5th International Conference on Corporate Social Responsibility. CSR has become a very well-known word in the Indian economy. I remember way back in 2008-9 when we first were thinking of doing something around CSR. I was told, Dr. Singh, you are banging your head against a wall in an economy like India. Please don't think about it and don't do it. I said, thank you very much for your valuable remarks. So from 2009 to 2025, we have a long journey, and I had the pleasure, privilege, honor, and delight of working with Bhaskar Chatterjee sir, listening to his thoughts, views, ideas, actions, strategic interventions, and I'm sure the country has grown a long, long way. And I'll quote some remarks by Rajiv Kumar sir in the Bangalore conference way back in 2021 around December. Sir was also there. When we were planning about CSR way back in 2012, 13, 14, we had initially thought about that CSR is going to have a corpus of around 20,000 crores, which will go a long way in transforming the social landscape beyond the contours of the government's actions and interventions. So we started with a thought of having a corpus of 20,000 crores in the initial stages, and almost 11 years have gone by. I'm talking about facts and figures shared by Honorable the then Vice Chairman Rajiv Kumar Sahab some 4 years back in December 2021, and he said, he already quoted that more than 2 lakh crores were already invested in CSR activities across the country. So the pace at which CSR expenditure investment has been going towards transforming the social landscape has been phenomenal. And the best part from the perspective of the MBA students, it is generating a lot of employment opportunities in the CSR domain, CSR and sustainability. A lot of job opportunities are coming in this domain, and the recruiters are looking forward to bright young minds who have knowledge about CSR and sustainability. What has been the CSR guidelines, CSR regulations, what have been the provisions of the amended Companies Act, particularly Section 135, and so on and so forth. So it's time and opportunity for us as stakeholders to understand what are the challenges, perspectives, and imperatives of this domain. I was delighted to be party to a conversation how some of the states in the country have been doing much better than the other states. And I'm sure as a culmination of this international conference in the last 4 years, we in Bihar, we could prepare the CSR policy at CIMP, which saw the light of the day, and I'm thankful to the erstwhile Honorable Chief Secretary Sir, Amrit Lal Meena Sir, who was here at one of the previous conferences, and he ensured, he gave us the mandate to prepare the CSR policy, and the same CSR policy was mandated, and it became the part of the state legislature's approval, and it has become CSR policy of the state. So big thanks to him with a big round of applause in his absence. A lot of other bureaucrats also have contributed in the process, and my sincere thanks and gratitude to them as well. Now, the major theme this time is talking about stakeholders' engagement and collaboration. Yes, I'll go back in the annals of history. The initial draft of this CSR, the amendments pertaining to CSR, a lot of stakeholders engagement and consultations were done. Collaboration plays an important role, and herein the portals structured by different governments have been playing an important role, wherein the CSR stakeholders get a technology-enabled mechanism to come together, join hands with each other, and make sure the envisioned goals and objectives of the CSR domain gets fructified. Let me place on record, once again, sincere thanks to all the organizing members who have been doing it for the last 4 years, all members of the government who could make sure CSR policy became a reality in the state of Bihar. A society has been formed under the leadership of one of the bureaucrats who's acting as the CEO of that society. And here is the time and opportunity for us to start engaging, collaborating, and make sure that the amount of CSR goes towards transforming the society at large, and also to ensure that the economy gets the envisioned advantages. I once again place on record my sincere thanks and gratitude to all members on the dais, and I look forward to the deliberations and a mechanism how we can make the CSR policy getting implemented in letter and spirit and fructify the envisioned goals and objectives. I'm sure Madam Pooja is here. She also has been pushing very hard from UNICEF time and again to make sure this policy becomes a reality. A lot of stakeholders consultation have been done, and we will have more consultations so that we can plan and chalk out mechanisms to ensure that the policy reaches a reality and we can make our great state yet greater. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful time ahead.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to welcome Professor Dr. Sibananda Senapati, sir, Associate Professor, CIMP and Conference Chairperson, to present the conference overview and share the purpose, themes and expectations from ICCSR 2025.
Respected guest on the dais, Chief Guest of ICCSR 2025, Sri Bhaskar Sridharji sir, Mr. Matthew Cherian sir, Ms. Margareta from UNICEF, Mr. Lakshman Kumar from NABAR, Director CIMP, Kumud Kumarji, CO CIMP, my faculty colleagues, invited guests and paper presenters from academia, industry, invited NGOs working in the field of CSR, my dear students, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all. As chairperson of ICCSR 2025, I am going to share the detailed deliberation for the 2 days. Although we are now in the formal inauguration of ICCSR 2025, the event started yesterday. We conducted one pre-conference workshop on experimental data analysis, where more than 20 conference participants learned practical tools on dealing with public sector data from our expert faculty members. After the inaugural event, a keynote address will be delivered by Professor Indranil Dey, Professor and Axis Bank Chair from IRMA, whose area of work includes political economy, development studies, ecological economics and many more. Sir, we are indebted to you for agreeing to deliver the keynote address at ICCSR 2025. There are 2 parallel events after the keynote address, a roundtable discussion on topic from policy to practice, a collaborative dialogue for transformative Bihar CSR policy with the support of UNICEF. The discussion aimed at evaluating, analyzing the recently drafted CSR policy of the government of Bihar in particular and CSR in general. And one technical paper presentation session will held at same time at this auditorium. We have received a total of 33 papers for the conference, including 2 papers from our PGP student, 1 paper from our FPM student. 50% of these papers are selected. 4 invited talks are added to the program. Participants of this program are from various parts of the country, including Merwar University, Rajasthan, Patliputra University, Patna, IIT Madras, Puducherry University, Nalanda University, Jayaprakash University, Chhapra, Bihar, North Gujarat University, Alliance University, Bangalore, KPR College of Arts, Science and Research, Coimbatore. Many of these participants joined the conference in online mode and joined in offline mode, and few are joined in the online mode. The international participants include Andrews School of Policy Studies, Georgia State University. 1 invited talks will be delivered by Babli Kumari, senior lecturer from Botho University, Durban, South Africa. And 1 will be delivered by Professor Venkataya Chitipaka from School of Management Studies, University of Hyderabad. Tomorrow morning, after the technical presentation from 10 to 11:30 at this auditorium, a panel discussion on the topic CSR stakeholder engagement and collaboration, that is the theme of this conference, will be held at this auditorium. Tomorrow afternoon, we have invited a couple of NGOs to discuss and present their field intervention and CSR initiative in Bihar particular. A group of experts, including faculty members, will judge this presentation, on the basis of which best CSR practices will be awarded at ICCSR 2025. Similarly, out of the 12 full papers submitted, the best full papers will be awarded with cash prize of 20,000. The valedictory and award distribution ceremony is scheduled for tomorrow afternoon at this auditorium. A cultural event by renowned Sangeet Natak Academy Viva Puraskar awardee Srimati Sudeepa Bose from Bharatiya Nritya Kala Mandir is going to happen in the evening today at this auditorium from 6 p.m. onwards. And on behalf of the conference organizing team, I invite all to attend the event. So finally, I can say that we overcome the Indigo challenge and all stakeholders are here to engage and collaborate. Thank you.
Next, I invite Ms. Margaret Guada, Chief Bihar Field Office UNICEF, to share her insights. But before that, a small introduction, please. Ms. Margaret is a seasoned child rights advocate with over 25 years of experience in child rights-based programming and gender mainstreaming. With a background in clinical psychology, she is specialized in managing stress disorders in children, bringing a unique perspective to her leadership and management role. From her beginnings in Kenya's civil service to her impactful roles in organizations like Goal Ireland, Care International, Save the Children, and UNICEF in Kenya, Sierra Leone, Ghana, and Madhya Pradesh, Margaret's career has been defined by dedication and service. Her career has been a journey of humility and championing the well-being of children both in development and humanitarian sector. Over to you, madam.
Thank you for that introduction. It's indeed a pleasure to be here for this 5th International Conference on Corporate Social Responsibility, especially sitting amongst very esteemed experts around this topic. Some of us will be learning a lot from you, but we also know that there's a lot of experience sharing that will happen here. Dr. Chatterjee, father of CSR in India. It's indeed a privilege to have you in Bihar to share with us all your experiences. Welcome. Mr. Kumar, Deputy General Manager, NABARD. Mr. Matthew Cherian, former CEO and Managing Trustee of HelpAge India. Mr. Lakshman Kumar, Deputy General Manager, I've mentioned that. I have esteemed colleagues from CIMP, and I'm going to urge you again today. We need a desk in this university. We need a room. And like has rightfully said by Professor Rana, Director CIMP, we share a long journey and a privilege, a UNICEF partnership with CIMP along various sectors like you've rightfully mentioned. Mr. Kumar, the Chief Administrative Officer, Professor Sibanathan Senapati, the Associate Professor of CIMP, faculty, the CSR fraternity from private and public sector who have joined us today from as far as Mumbai, Delhi, and other areas. I think Hyderabad, we have a few here. Corporate attendees, research scholars in this room, the faculty of CIMP and other universities present, the press, the media, my colleagues from UNICEF. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you. It's really wonderful to be here, and the energy is really, really positive because there's quite a lot that we are going to be learning from each other because we have a diverse audience from government, from industry, from civil society, from academia, and there's so much to be learned here where we are going to work together to build a better and a stronger Bihar. And from where I come from, for children. So let me begin by thanking Professor Rana and the entire CIMP family for hosting this particular conference and for working with us tirelessly to ensure that it happens. Our sincere appreciation is to the government of Bihar for something that's truly holistic. We were discussing that in the green room, where we're looking at the state's first CSR policy, which is actually a bold and strategic step that speaks very deeply of the state's commitment to leveraging partnerships and leveraging resources for social justice, for sustainability, for inclusivity, for transparency, and providing an environment where all corporates are welcome to work together. These aren't just words on paper. They're a reflection of where Bihar wants to go in its vision towards its contribution to the India-wide Vision 2040. As has been mentioned, there's going to be a number of roundtables going on and a lot of papers presented. And all these are planned to provide platforms to unpack this CSR policy and envision how we want to translate it into action in Bihar. Whenever I've traveled through Bihar in the last 2 years that I've been here, whether I'm meeting frontline workers in Gaya or whether I'm meeting children, school children in Purnia, I'm reminded that this is a very young state. Nearly 49% of Bihar's children, Bihar's population is children and adolescents, 49%. And they're all full of potential. They usually ask very fearless questions. They dream without limits. And yet too many of them face barriers to quality healthcare, nutrition, access to quality education, to safety, and increasingly to the impact of climate in the environments in which they live. We recognize that no single institution can solve these challenges alone, not government, not us in the UN, not the private sector, but when we bring our strengths together, something shifts. And suddenly what felt difficult starts to feel possible. And that's why today is important. That's why our partnership with corporates is very important. It isn't just a compliance requirement, it's a chance to stand with Bihar's youngest citizens and say, we believe in your future and we are willing to invest in it. UNICEF has been in India for the last 76 years, and in Bihar, our partnership with the government has always been rooted in a simple idea that every child deserves a fair chance, no matter where they're born, no matter their circumstances, and no matter where they are. So we've worked together through different programs, and all the ups and downs that shape a state's development journey has been in partnership with UNICEF and a lot of other CSOs. One thing we've learned along the way is that when the private sector becomes part of this journey, the pace of change will be accelerated. Across India, UNICEF partnership with CSR has seen what is actually possible. Here in Bihar, we have some examples that I'll just quote. Our partnership with Unilever under the DOVE program, where we've supported adolescents to build confidence and emotional resilience, something that can change a girl's entire path in life. We are also partnering with Lixil, where we've pushed forward a new sanitation model, toilet clinics that bring dignity and safety into homes, into communities, and into schools. We are also partnering with Indus India Bank, where we've strengthened education and skilled initiatives that help young people step into adulthood with hope and opportunity. I will just name a few, and these are very specific to Bihar, but we have our colleague with us here, Ramona, who is also working in our resource mobilization team in Delhi and can provide a scenario of the work, the immense work that UNICEF is doing with other corporates in the different states. I can't help but think, what if Bihar becomes the next great example of corporate social responsibility? I know that there's a lot of work that's going on. And we are so privileged to have representatives from other states, from other corporates, from other states, and across India. Sometimes Bihar is seen as a challenge, but this is a place with immense potential where measurable and meaningful impact can thrive. So we want to challenge that as we go through today, we look at how we can invest in Bihar. UNICEF is ready to stand as a partner in that journey. We bring with us our global evidence that shows what works. We also bring with us models that can be scaled quickly. We work right at the ground level, so we bring teams from across the districts, and a commitment to transparency and accountability. But more than anything, we bring the perspective of children, Because at the end of the day, CSR is not about buildings or budgets, it's about people. And it's about the 8-year-old girl that we meet in our area. It's about that 1-year-old child that we are meeting in Muzaffarpur. And it's about that newborn in one of those hospitals where we are working. So in our partnership, we can make life brighter for these children. Even if it's a little, it's progress. So as we step in today's discussion, I remind us all that we need ambition, we need commitment, and a collaboration that is rooted in trust, imagination, and a shared belief that children deserve better than good enough. They deserve the best. So ladies and gentlemen, as we walk together, we want to remind ourselves that CSR can be that bridge, a bridge between what is and what can be, a bridge between institutions and communities, and most importantly, a bridge between a child's hopes and the opportunities that make those hopes real. Bacha bachi age, to Bihar age. Dhanyabad.
Thank you very much, Madam Margaret Guada, for your marvelous thoughts and your unwavering commitment towards transforming the lives of children in Bihar and on multiple other agenda. Thank you very much, and let me place on record my heartfelt acceptance on her request to have a room. We have shared the whole campus with her, but then when she has asked for room, officially that is accepted, but we have shared our entire campus for all times. Whenever we wish to join hands, we are always open for your transformative journey in the state of Bihar. Thank you so much. Can we have a big round of applause for Madam Guada, please? And I'm delighted to share one small anecdote of Bhaskar Chatterjee sir. One fine evening, we were planning towards the next day, and then he was having a small challenge. We had given him a small sketched photograph of his, and this was so big so that he was actually wondering how this will reach to Delhi, to his residence. And I said, sir, do not worry, your flight is at dash timing. By the time you reach home, this will reach your residence. And he was actually surprised. So big round of applause. And it actually happened, and let me tell you what was the backdrop behind it. I had one keen learning from him. He has been a very keen observational learner. He has very keen observation on the finest details. So I could see the details of his travel plan with the travel desk of the hotel, and we were both in the same hotel on the same floor and adjacent to each other. So just before me, I could see his travel plan, and then I saw that my flight is flying from Bangalore couple of hours before his flight. So I was sure I will be landing 2 hours before him, and I knew the residence address. I said, fine, in 1 hour I will be able to reach. So I said, by the time you reach home, this will be. So thank you very much, sir, for your observational learning skills, which has always kept me motivated, and we would love to listen more from you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Margaret ma'am, and thank you, Rana sir. Now joining us virtually, we request Mr. Hishmi Jamil Hussain, Lead Strategy and Market Analysis, Aramco, Saudi Arabia, to deliver his address. But just a bit of introduction to Dr. Hussain sir. Dr. Hishmi Jamil Hussain is a distinguished sustainability expert and lead author for the Asia Pacific region at IPBES. He currently serves as lead strategy market and analyst at Aramco, an alumnus of institutions such as Erasmus University, Hague, FRI Dehradun, and AMU Aligarh. He is a member of IUCN Commissions, a fellow of the Linnean Society of London, and part of several global advisory boards. Dr. Hishmi has received multiple honors, including the Young Scientist Award 2015, Environment Scientist Award 2016, and Sustainability Champion 2023. With over 2 decades of international experience across 13 countries, he has worked with organizations such as Rio Tinto and Tata Steel and has authored books, papers, and 160 plus articles. His expertise spans biodiversity, climate change, water management, and corporate sustainability. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much to the organizing team giving me this opportunity. It is sad that I am not able to present personally, but nevertheless the technology is helping, and my background in technology and CSR always bring me to bridge this gap. We are talking about the CSR, and I'm very happy and impressed to see that some of the good work has already been done in so many places in India, and Bihar is always forerunner. The UNICEF partnership, I want to mention that when I was part of the Rio Tinto, we were working in the Bundelkhand, and with the help of UNICEF, we are able to achieve some of wonderful results around the child mortality, women empowerment and education. So whenever we are talking about the CSR, my background in policy, my background in technology management, as well as I have spent almost 2 decades in sustainable mining, that all brings me a very important thing, that why we are doing the CSR. And we are, when having this answer that why we are doing the CSR, why the companies are investing on the CSR, why the government is so much conscious to do the CSR, and we got some reply and the responses in the form of sustainable development goal. Globally, we know that there is a climate crisis is happening, the biodiversity loss is unprecedented, the atrocities, the things which are happening globally against the women, against the children, so many things we can club together and come to a conclusion that no, every individual need a right of clean water, clean air, right to education. So many of the things, fortunately in India, we are having by constitution, by law, that has been provided. Nevertheless, the CSR Act has come and so many things has been implemented. Some of the most important thing which the portal is providing, it is something that we are having a transparency, allocation, and the motivation among the people who are funding, the people who are associated. Nevertheless, the NGOs are the voices who are on the ground. They have the most important aspect of getting the budget, implementing the project. But the institutions are very important, like the CIMP is doing this wonderful job. And we know many of the policies has come in place, but the awareness is very, very less. And such kind of the conferences are giving the opportunity to understand what are the pros and cons and how each individual can contribute and participate for their bit. If we see the recent examples that how a very big amount of money which has been allocated for the education, it is happened only because of the portal. And when we are talking about the portals are not working independently. These are basically the outcome of the frameworks. This is what has been done in the past. If you see some of the quotes from the study indicated that stakeholders, the community is not just the stakeholder, it is the reason of the existence of any corporate. When we are having such kind of the DNA in our working plan, in our philosophy, then definitely we will able to contribute, we will able to lead something which is having a meaningful and future for India. We are now talking about the Amrit Kal, and Amrit Kal is nothing. It is the important aspect then academia, NGO, all the stakeholders are sitting together and talking about a brighter future for everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Lakshman Kumar, Deputy General Manager, NABARD, Bihar, for his address. Before welcoming him, I would like to have a short introduction about him. Shri Lakshman Kumar, Deputy General Manager at NABARD, has over 18 years of experience in rural development and financial inclusion. A science graduate and CAIIB certified professional, he has worked across corporate planning, HR management, farm sector development, consultancy, and project management, contributing to NABARD's vision and of sustainable and inclusive growth. He has led key initiatives in Himachal Pradesh, Jharkhand, and Bihar, focusing on rural infrastructure, sustainable agriculture, and community empowerment. In Bihar, he currently oversees programs strengthening the rural MSME ecosystem along with departments such as IDD, DMFI, CSDD, and data management and analytics.
Good morning, you all. Dr. Bhaskar Chatterjee, sir, retired IAS and former DG and CEO, IICA, also known as father of Indian CSR and sustainability. Mr. Matthew Cherian, former CEO and managing trustee, Helpage India. Ms. Margaret Guara, Chief of Field Office, Bihar, UNICEF. Professor Dr. Rana Singh, Director CIMP and Patron ICCSR 2025. Mr. Kumod Kumar, Chief Administrative Officer CIMP. Professor Dr. Sibananda Senapati, Associate Professor CIMP and Conference Chairperson. I again welcome you all, and I thank CIMP to consider NABARD to be here today to address you, all the distinguished guests, CSR partners, I think across India. I again welcome you all on behalf of NABARD in this program. The theme CSR and stakeholder engagement resonates strongly with Bihar's vision of inclusive growth and NABARD's mission of rural transformation. Actually, I was going through, all the activities which is there in Schedule 7 of Companies Act, and I was wondering, there are 11 activities in that particular schedule, and out of these 11 activities, I understand that in 8 activities, NABARD is doing since its formation in 1982. And obviously, there are 3 other activities. We are also working for those activities through our subsidiaries. As far as Bihar is considered, while India witnessed CSR spending of nearly 30,000 crore, last year, Bihar received only about 260 crore, less than 1% of the national spending, despite being the 3rd most populous state. This stark gap is not due to lack of need, but due to location bias in CSR investment. As most corporates spend where they operate, Bihar, with its limited industrial presence, has been left behind in the race of development funding. Recognizing this challenge, the government of Bihar has launched the Bihar CSR Policy 2025, a visionary framework to attract corporate participation in priority sectors like education, health, sanitation, climate resilience, and rural infrastructure. The policy introduces a dedicated CSR portal for transparency, a CSR society for coordination, and encourages collaborative projects with institutions like NABARD for maximum impact. Actually, I was going through the CSR policy of Bihar, and I'm very thankful to all the team members who have formed this policy, government of Bihar, that they have recognized NABARD also. I'll read that. In this policy, applicability of the policy, it is written that collaborative projects between various stakeholders. This category includes projects where companies may partner with various stakeholders, including developmental institutions like NABARD, NGOs, international NGOs, academia, community groups, or other organizations to utilize their CSR funds. These projects leverage the expertise and resources of different stakeholders to maximize impact and address special social development needs. So again, thank you for recognizing NABARD. Then, I think CSR is not a charity, It is strategic investment in Bihar's future by partnering with, with state government, NABARD-like institutions, and we have our subsidiary NAV Foundation. We have formed this subsidiary of NABARD for executing projects where partners, like there are few steps, we have identified gaps. NGOs are not available everywhere. If we want to execute some project in different part of the country, which is the terrain is very difficult, we have found that there is a challenge that NGOs are not there. So for this purpose, to addressing this gap, we have formed NAV Foundation, and through our subsidiary NAV Foundation, we are executing projects in far-flung areas of various states. So we execute all these types of projects in different areas through our subsidiary NAV Foundation also. The government of Bihar has taken a landmark step by introducing the Bihar State CSR Policy 2025, which aims to position Bihar as one of the leading states leveraging CSR for inclusive and sustainable development. This policy aligns with the vision of Viksit Bihar at the 2047 and provides a structured framework for convergence between corporates, government agencies, and development institutions like NABARD. Now, as I have told you, there is a provision of dedicated CSR portal, CSR society, again collaborative projects. Priority sectors are identified in this policy: education, health, sanitation, climate resilience, livelihood, and rural infrastructure, which is also NABARD's priority, and we are working for it. Now, there is a question, why NABARD should be a strategic partner? Look, I already told you, we are working for all these activities where CSR partners are working after the formation of this act and the activities identified in Schedule 7 since 1982. We are partnering with 43 CSR partners across India, and more than 300 projects are going on with CSR partners. We have expertise in water development, tribal empowerment, skill training, climate adaptations, and so many areas. Proven models for convergence with CSR funds, ensuring measurable impact. Now, when we say that we want to be partnered with CSR agencies, it doesn't mean we want any fund. Actually, we are doing all these things through our funds only. Whatever we earn as a profit, we expend maximum part of it for developmental activities. But we want your collaboration because we want your expertise also. Maybe you are working in different fields. After collaborating, we will get different types of expertise with different agencies. And obviously, we think that now there is a need to work on a larger scale. We are doing so many things, but obviously, after collaboration with you, we can implement bigger projects where impact will be larger. And we want your collaboration for plus activities. I mean, we are doing many things with our fund. If you want to collaborate, you can collaborate in that particular project with additional things which will be done by your funds. We don't want your fund. Then Bihar, as far as climate action is concerned, we have already sanctioned 40 projects, and the amount is used almost 2,000 crores. We are doing all these projects with a sanctioned amount of 2,000 crores. Then what is the development fund? We have established, we are working for water development since 2000 and since 1992, and we have in NABARD formed one fund, water development fund. Through this fund, we are working for soil development and water development. Then skilling is another sector where we think we can collaborate with CSR partners. Tribal and marginal communities development, we are doing through our tribal development fund. Health, sanitation and education, climate action and renewable energy, these are the things where we can collaborate. Another area where we are working is startup. Now, NABARD has launched the Rural Startup Catalytic Fund to nurture rural and agri-tech startups at their most vulnerable stage, the valley of death. This fund provides up to 10 crore for incubation centers and 1 crore for, per startup, focusing on sectors like agriculture, renewable energy, rural health and education. CSR partners can collaborate by co-funding incubation centers, mentoring startups, and supporting innovations that transform rural livelihoods. Together, we can create a vibrant ecosystem for rural entrepreneurship in Bihar. I again request all of you. Actually, we want a workshop kind of thing with all the CSR partners, where we can discuss about our collaboration. You are always welcome to discuss with us where you can collaborate. Now, as far as my thinking is concerned, I think CSR is not charity. It is a strategic investment in Bihar's future. I invite corporates present here to explore convergence with NABARD under the Bihar CSR policy framework. Together, we can transform rural Bihar, empower communities, and achieve inclusive growth. Let us join hands to make Bihar a model state for CSR-driven development. Thank you.